Have you ever pondered the potential health implications of time travel? Health. Yes, you heard it right. As we journey through this topic, we will delve into the science behind time travel, explore its potential physical and mental effects, and even discuss ways to mitigate health effects. Time travel is a concept deeply embedded in our culture, primarily through the lens of science fiction. It's a recurring theme in literature, films, and even video games, where manipulation of time serves as a powerful narrative tool. For those of you who might be new to the concept, time travel is essentially the idea of moving between different points in time, similar to how we can move between different points in space. It's the notion of being able to hop into a machine, turn a dial or press a button, and find yourself in the past or future. Imagine the possibilities. You could have lunch with Shakespeare in the 16th century, witness the construction of the pyramids, or even catch a glimpse of what the year 3000 and beyond might look like. It's an enticing prospect, isn't it? But while the concept of time travel is fascinating, it also raises a host of questions. How would it work? What would the implications be? And perhaps most intriguingly, what would it mean for us, the potential time travelers? Time travel isn't just about popping into the past for a quick history lesson or peeking into the future to see how things turn out. It's a concept that, if it were possible, would fundamentally alter our understanding of the universe and our place in it. But have you ever thought about what time travel could do to your health? Let's dive into that. Before we delve into the health effects, it's crucial to understand the science behind time travel. Time dilation is a concept that comes directly from Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. It's the idea that time isn't constant, but can be altered. Picture this: you're on a spaceship traveling close to the speed of light, while your best friend waves goodbye from Earth. Due to time dilation, time would pass slower for you on the spaceship than for your friend on Earth. When you return, you might find that your friend has aged more than you have. This is often referred to as time travel to the future. However, what about going back in time? Well, Einstein's theory doesn't completely outlaw it. Theoretical physicists have proposed the existence of wormholes, shortcuts through space-time that could potentially allow for backward time travel. These are purely hypothetical at the moment, but they've certainly given science fiction writers a lot to play with. But it's not all smooth sailing. There are paradoxes to contend with. The most famous one is probably grandfather paradox. This is where a time traveler goes back and kills their own grandfather before their parents were born, which prevents the time traveler's own birth. How then could they have existed to go back in time in the first place? It's a head-scratcher, isn't it? So, while we don't have all the answers yet and time travel remains largely in the realm of science fiction, the underlying physics does provide some tantalizing possibilities. And who knows, maybe one day we'll crack the code. Now that we've got a grip on the science, we can explore the potential health effects. Traveling through time might sound like a fun adventure, but there could be some serious physical consequences. Let's delve into what those might be. First off, consider the physical stress on the body. Imagine being catapulted at breakneck speeds through a vortex or wormhole. The human body, as we know, isn't exactly designed for such extreme conditions. The intense gravitational forces could wreak havoc on our internal organs, causing anything from minor discomfort to severe damage. Next, there's the disorientation factor. Ever had jet lag? Multiply that by 1,000. Time travel could potentially disrupt our body's natural circadian rhythms to an unthinkable degree. It's not just about adjusting to a different time zone, but adjusting to a completely different era. Our bodies would struggle to adapt to the new environment, leading to fatigue, confusion, and perhaps even loss of consciousness. Now let's talk about diseases. Traveling to the past might expose us to pathogens our immune systems have never encountered before. The same goes for the future, where new diseases could have evolved. Our bodies would be ill-equipped to fight off these unknown illnesses, making us susceptible to serious health risks. And then there's the environmental factor. What if the air in the era we travel to is heavily polluted, or the radiation levels are dangerously high? Our bodies might not be able to cope with such drastic changes in the environment. Lastly, there's the issue of physical aging. If we travel into the future, does our body age in the process? And if we travel back, do we become younger? The potential impact on our biological processes is a big unknown and could have far-reaching implications. So, while the idea of time travel might seem thrilling, it's important to remember that our bodies are finely tuned machines. They're adapted to operate within the conditions of our current time and place. Disturbing that balance could lead to some serious health issues. And it's not just the physical effects we need to worry about. Beyond the physical, there's also the mental strain to consider. Imagine for a moment, you're stepping into a time machine. As you travel through different eras, the world around you is changing at a dizzying pace. Buildings rise and fall, fashion trends come and go, and societies evolve, all in the blink of an eye. This could be disorienting, to say the least. The isolation that could result from time travel is another mental health factor to consider. As a time traveler, you would be a stranger in every era, disconnected from the people around you. You wouldn't share their memories, their experiences, or their cultural references. You would essentially be alone in a crowd, which could lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Then, there's the issue of confusion. If you think you get jet-lagged when you cross time zones, imagine the mental fatigue and disorientation from crossing decades or even centuries. Our brains are wired to perceive time in a linear fashion, so disrupting that perception could have profound effects on our mental well-being. And let's not forget the psychological impact of experiencing different eras. Witnessing historical events firsthand, experiencing different cultures, and seeing the rise and fall of civilizations could be exhilarating. But it could also be traumatic. The constant adjustment to new realities and the emotional toll of witnessing history unfold could lead to stress, anxiety, and even post-traumatic stress disorder. Moreover, the potential for paradoxes and contradictions in time travel could lead to cognitive dissonance. What happens if you meet your younger self? Or change something in the past that alters your present? These are questions that could challenge our understanding of reality and potentially lead to mental health disorders. So, it's clear that time travel could take a toll on our health, but what if we could mitigate these effects? Let's explore that in the next scene. While time travel remains a concept of fiction, if it were possible, how could we mitigate its health effects? The world of time travel is rife with potential dangers, from physical strain to mental health challenges. Just as we prepare for the challenges of space travel today, so too would we need to prepare for the rigors of time travel. But how do we do this? Let's delve into some theoretical solutions. Firstly, advanced medical technology could be a key player. In a world where time travel is a reality, it's not too far-fetched to imagine medical capabilities that can handle the physical toll of such journeys. Picture nanotechnology that repairs cellular damage in real time, or biotechnology that can regenerate tissues and organs. These futuristic medical solutions could help time travelers recover from the physical stress and damage caused by their temporal adventures. Next, mental health support would be paramount. Time travel, by its very nature, could be disorienting and mentally taxing. It's not just about jet lag. Imagine the psychological impact of witnessing events from different eras, or even meeting your past or future self. Mental health professionals, perhaps even AI-guided therapy systems, could be invaluable in helping time travelers cope with these unique challenges. But prevention is better than cure, right? This is where careful preparation comes into play. Just as astronauts train for years before a space mission, potential time travelers would need rigorous conditioning to endure physical and mental stress. This might involve advanced physical training to strengthen the body, cognitive exercises to enhance mental resilience, and even simulations of time travel scenarios to help them acclimatize to the experience. Finally, there's the importance of careful monitoring and regular checkups. Health professionals would need to keep a close eye on time travelers, both during their voyages and after their return, to ensure any adverse effects are caught and treated early. So, while time travel might be a risky business, with the right precautions, it could theoretically be possible. Time travel is a fascinating concept, but it's not without its potential dangers. As we have journeyed through the intricate layers of time travel, we've delved into its science, the physical toll it could potentially take on our bodies, and the mental strain it could induce. It's clear that time travel isn't just stepping into a machine and emerging in a different era. It's an entire process that could have severe effects on our health. The science behind time travel is complex, packed with theories of wormholes, quantum mechanics, and the bending of space-time. It's fascinating to think about, but it's also daunting when you consider the physical effects that could come with it. We've talked about how time travel could potentially affect our biological clock, disrupt our circadian rhythm, and lead to conditions like jet lag on steroids. We also can't ignore the mental effects. The psychological implications of time travel could be enormous. The stress of being in a different era, the potential isolation, and the cognitive dissonance that could arise from experiencing different timelines, all these could take a toll on our mental health. But it's not all gloom. We've also discussed potential ways to mitigate these health effects. Things like preparing the body physically before a journey, using technology to simulate and acclimate to different time zones, and mentally preparing oneself for the journey could all help in reducing these effects. So, time travel is not just about the thrill of experiencing different eras, it's about understanding the potential risks and preparing oneself to handle them. It's about respecting the complexities of our universe and the wonders of our own bodies. So, while the idea of time travel might be exciting, it's clear that it could come with some serious health implications. But who knows what the future holds? Maybe one day we'll find a way to make it safe and sound. After all, the story of science and humanity is a story of overcoming challenges and pushing boundaries. And who knows, time travel might just be the next frontier we conquer. Thanks for watching Time Pilgrimage. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating time and space-related content.